Our football Sunday continues right here. It is a rainy Sunday, we will say. It's Stallion Laguna FC and Maharlika squaring off match number 73 at the Rizal Memorial Stadium in the city of Manila. A big thank you for joining us as always. It's your Philippines Football League 2025-26 season. A look at the weather conditions, as we've mentioned, still relatively cool given that it is the month of February, right before we hit summer vacation. But football will still be continuing by then, of course. And these teams are squaring off again in their second round encounter already when you refer to number 5 Stallion Laguna FC and the number 7 Maharlika. Laguna looking to create separation and catch up with the pack. When you refer to the pack, that's One Taguig, Dynamic Herb Cebu, and Manila Digger. Maharlika, on the other hand, trying to prove that they belong in the top 6. They are 3 points adrift, and you see this is a 6-pointer, as we always say when teams are tight in the standings. A win for Maharlika will get them up to the 5th and 6th spot, and Stallion Laguna will get overtaken in that situation. It's situations like these again that put you in a prime spot at the end of the season should you be able to nail the result. But they'll be looking back at this if they're unable to get that elusive win. We'll talk about that first round encounter between Maharlika and Stallion. And this was actually last November 29 right here at the same venue. It was Stallion in pink and white, Stefan Schrack there, but no longer with the team. He returned to One Taguig. Things started out very physical here as expected, and it was a 3-1 result wherein Maharlika got to grab the win. Mike Menzi gave the opener in the 4th minute, while Daniel Opong doubled the lead in the second half in the 57th. There is the goal of Menzi that we were talking about, and Chowo Yuk eventually put things away in the 86th to make it 3-1. Laguna did get a goal. It is off of Michael Kedman. At that point in time, it was 1-1, and Maharlika simply put things away with the chances that they got. A look at this one on our Quad Vision replay brought to you by Upstream Sports TV. And yes, this game was a few months back, but quite recent, just last November. But right after this win, we will say Maharlika did get into a nosedive in terms of form. 3 straight losses right now here for Maharlika. Stallion Laguna, on the other hand, only 1 match played so far in this new year and are coming off that victory versus Aguilas Yumac FC. The action carried on here. We did mention the goal scorers again. It was Mike Menzi who was eventually named a man of the match. Only in the 17th minute, this was the moment where Kedman worked his magic. Nothing Kenry Balobo could do as he tried to push his luck for offside. But that's also a big blow. Homer Kedman right here for Stallion Laguna, because we did get the transfer window again in this winter or Christmas break. So that's how things develop. That's how we set up the stage for this game again, with this one being massive in the standings. If Stallion get the win, the great separation from number 7 Maharlika. Well, let's talk about our players to look out for with Stallion Laguna. Finn McDaniel is still the leader in the Golden Boot race. 15 goals so far. He got to up his tally thanks to his goal off a free kick versus Aguilas Yumac. McDaniel has been under plenty of criticism for being unable to score against higher ranked teams. He was able to do that now against the Aguilas. Will he be able to do it again versus Maharlika? Because this is a must-win game. We're going to find out, of course. But there's a great number of midfielders who could set him up for situations. And there's the starting lineup of Coach Ernie Nyaras. Yusuf, the Pakistani international, has become the number 1 here. And Nico Macmillan, as expected, will be playing fullback. Juan Galeana Trujillo, expect him to play on the wing with Finn McDaniel up front. And Koichi Belguera will be playing at left back. Denzel Vasquez, one of the 2 Vasquez brothers right here. And he'll be playing the attacking midfielder. And we'll take it to our coach interview with Stallion Laguna.
Well, we want to continue what we did from last week. The boys played well last week, so we want to just continue the momentum. We're making some minor tweaks. Unfortunately, we had incident with our second keeper. His transportation broke down on the way to the pit, so yeah, didn't make the cutoff. But anyway, we want to continue what we're doing and make sure that we improve from last game. Yeah. That's it.
There you go, Coach Ernie Nieras of Stallion Laguna FC. When he refers to their second goalkeeper, that is Javi Coscolhuela. From what we are seeing in the team sheet, he is listed as not playing, and from my understanding, he was unable to make it here due to transportation issues. There you go, Stallion Laguna done and dusted. Let's head over to Maharlika FC. Now, we've been mentioning again, there is that concern here because they have entered a nosedive when it comes to form, winless in the new year. They did end the last calendar year with a bang. The 3-1 result at the expense of Stallion. Yes, that was their last game right before the holiday break. And then they resumed things on February 11, lost to Kaya 3-0. And right after that, they did figure, or to add to that, of course, they did also lose to One Taguig right before losing to Kaya FC Iloilo. Will they be able to snap the skid? We are going to find out. And let's take it to that starting 11 of theirs, of course, to see how things will be lining up for Coach Moon Hong. Henry Balobo, as expected, will man the posts. And let's review their form also. In the new year, Maharlika lost to Kaya, lost to One Taguig, and it squared off with Kaya again. So that is the 3-game losing skid. Kellen MacLeod, though, will be playing in his usual center-back position. He has been a force right here for them, or that anchor on defense. Harin de Gracia, a boost to this squad, jumping ship from Toloy, and he did get to score in that previous game of theirs. And we are going to take it to our coach interview.
Too many fixtures in February. I think we're so tired, and it's another game we play. And I don't know how many games we were playing in February, so many games. But we've done some changes in our squad, and I think the boys are ready to play. And I think it's time to prove a point again. Since we beat them last time in the first half of the season, we're looking to get that another win second half of the season. And I want to make sure this game is an important game, so we secure our 5th place. So we're going to make sure we win this game. Thank you.
And with our interview with Coach Moon Hong done and dusted, our player to look out for right here for Maharlika is Fahmi Ibrahim. He actually did make his way to the Philippines Football League scene through Stallion Laguna, as is the case with a great number of players. And Fahmi Ibrahim himself, being an American, Finn McDaniel, our player to look out for on the other side of Stallion, a Filipino-American who has caps actually for the Philippines. When you refer to Finn, Fahmi Ibrahim is a person we are familiar with, of course. 4 goals and counting so far for him in this season. He'd like to make that 5 at the least with the result today. Players just warming up or just lining up at the dugout. We are going to catch them in a bit, of course. And the rains did die down right here in the city of Manila. We did get quite some rainfall earlier. But no thunderstorms, of course, just to show that things are okay here and that conditions are a-okay. Any lightning or thunder would pose any threats, and in situations like that, it is highly likely that play will be stopped, but not in this situation. It's match number 73 again. Earlier today, you did get to witness Kaya FC Iloilo defeat Tuloy 9-1. And they bagged 9 goals with 7 different goal scorers. But it's on to the second game, Stallion Laguna and Maharlika. We'll take a break and we'll see you in a bit.
the teams of Stallion Laguna Football Club and Maharlika Football Club.
Our respective team captains, Finn McDaniel to your left in pink, Jorel Aristorenas in blue. And our referee here, we've got Mick John Pineda. Ang kanyang assistants ay sila Aldous Merafuentes at Ronelo Ketigan. Si Meliton Pelayo ay ang fourth official natin. Ang referee assessor ay si Alan Martinez. And our match commissioner is Miss Paula Carmina Cervantes. We have a slick pitch, but expected to dry, but not too fast. We had some heavy rains during the warm-up. And it looks like we are having our teams swap sides here. Finn McDaniel, the man to look out for, 15 goals and counting in this season. And here is the lineup of Coach Herninieras, which you got to break down also earlier. But furthermore, Magson Dorado will be playing on the left. And before returning here to Stallion, he also had a stint with Cebu FC. And playing and holding mid, they do have Isa Gaku in the number 5 jersey. Interesting because he is listed as a forward. But over here for Maharlika, on the other hand, let's see if they will actually play Jorel Aristorenas up front as opposed to his usual central midfield role, because you have the Parks and Park Jaeyeon and Park Hyun-soo listed to play in the center of the park. That, of course, will be confirmed over the course of this game. And a look at your game changers. And last game, we did get to see Papi Ivanovsky, donning the number 10, come off the bench to give them some offense. And you could speculate for Maharlika. You could have the likes of Eric Giganto and Dean Ibarle to give a boost in the attack. Also, Ivan Owano. There's also King Miyagi on the bench here for Maharlika when it comes to attacking options. All eyes will be on Finn McDaniel as he kicks off this game. Stallion Laguna in pink and white. Maharlika in blue and black. It's always a high-stakes game when these two teams play against each other. Maharlika did get to bag valuable 3 points right before the Christmas holiday break at the expense of Stallion here. And in last season, Stallion's hopes of making it to the PFL final series are actually derailed because they were held by Maharlika to a draw. Here comes Koichi Belgira. That one was poked away by Harin De Gracia, the player we just highlighted, who was recently from Tuloy FC. But it is a corner kick right here for Stallion. From what we are hearing on the other side, it's already a goal for Cebu versus Valenzuela PB Menjola. Here's Galiana Trujillo to take this. Here's the in-swinger from the Mexican. Balobo got to punch it out. Possession still with Stallion. Macmillan had to hit it long because Aristorenes was chasing him down. They will yield possession over to Kenry Balobo. And look at Yusuf Bhat, Pakistani international. How do you gauge big transfers most of the time? In the Philippines Football League, you check the wow reactions on a Facebook post. And we've witnessed a number of internationals play in the PFL. Let's exclude Philippines internationals for this instance because that is already a given. There's Yusuf Bhat, Pakistani. You also recall Amir Joraboyev of Tajikistan. Also Fatih Godoydozad of Tajikistan's U23 team. Recently with Aguilas, there was also the likes of Muzino and Kaka. And Ruben Tiran also from Aguilas. But they are not playing the PFL now after this transfer window. Chance now, but it is Bhat to the rescue. Only 3 minutes in, Maharlika wanting to stretch their luck for a penalty. Not on Mick John Pineda's watch, it seems. Macmillan to Denzel Vasquez. Over to Juan. Interesting tandem on the wings here for Stallion. You have Torrado, who is Brazilian, on the left. Galiana Trujillo, who is Mexican, on the right. Kalen MacLeod gives it to Haren Di Gracia. They tried the give and go here. To no avail. That clearance going well into the stands. Again, it was Maharlika who did grab a 3-1 result over Stallion in their first round encounter. As of late, 3-game skid for Maharlika. Stallion, on the other hand, did get some heartbreaking defeats. Yes, there is the 3-1 result to Maharlika. But you also remember early in the season there was that game that saw Stallion dictate, you could say 99% of the game, only for Rico Andes of Cebu to score at the death. That eventually ended 1-0. But this will be a Finn McDaniel free kick from the left, not from his range where you see him score, whether in open play or in a free kick. Macmillan looping ball once more. That wasn't his intention, was not to clear it though this time around. Don't you forget to give our TikTok a follow, _WeArePFL_. We're catching this one, of course, on the social media pages of the Philippines Football League. There's YouTube, there's Facebook. Second time around, we've witnessed the ball get into the stands of Rizal Memorial. Bleachers 1, Grandstand 1. A 1-all score, figuratively. Here's Balobo trying to distribute. No good, but there was the intention from Kenry. Over to A. Placito. Baji. Oftentimes you'd see Placito as one of the biggest players on the pitch. Not the case anymore when he is joined by teammate Osman Baji, donning the number 95 jersey. He plays at the back. Here's Dorado playing his game. MacLeod gets the clearance though. MacLeod, a ball winner himself also. Here's Charlie Beaton. Stallion, one of the teams that he went through also. They play this one forward. They tried to flick it back. No good and taken by the veteran wits of Koichi Belgira. Here comes Gaku rather. Fahmi Ibrahim taking on Nico Macmillan. Shoots. Ibrahim is denied by Macmillan, the U22 Philippines international. A stellar play of Macmillan last calendar year got him that call-up to represent the Philippines in the Southeast Asian Games. Wherein the national team did emerge as semi-finalists, or you could say fourth placers also, after they lost out in the battle for third. Here's Osman Badji, whom we are referring to. Connected with Galiana Trujillo. One. Let's take on Kashiwa Bara, playing the left back for Maharlika. Cross whipped in. Kenry Balobo gets the stop here with his safe hands. Kenry Balobo, not one of the biggest goalkeepers, sure makes up for it with his reflexes here and there to get saves. And you could say that makes things a little more exciting to watch. Takes a little more effort though. Yusuf Butt gives that extra veteran wits here and that extra command at the back and coordinating with that back line. It helps that there's also Ken Pride here with Stallion. Aristorenas returned the ball right here to Charlie Beaton. They do have the connection. They played for Loyola once upon a time in the golden era and even in the brief return of that aforementioned club. Beaton has also witnessed the highs and the lows of being with Maharlika for different stints. He's gotten involved in the developmental stages, or in Maharlika, or that team for development essentially. Things have changed now, of course, since they have supposedly taken a new approach. Hence you see Maharlika knocking on the door in the championship round. Just 9 minutes in, both teams still trying to feel one another out. Now it's resumed to the left. Ibrahim. That ball went the way of Vasquez. Over to Dorado on the left. One of the more creative players right here. Gets stopped by the youthful Haren de Gracia. Technically sound because he is from Toloy's program. Denzel Vasquez did well to get them a throw in here, given that de Gracia was on the verge of just closing out his angle. We'd also like to remind you that Sports Stripe is the official match ball of the Philippines Football League. Cross was blocked here. Isak Gaku tried to bring it in. You see the likes of Beaton, De Gracia, and Park Kyun-soo commanding this right side. McLeod got the timely clearance. Ibrahim, they'll need some creativity from him. Gets it forward now. Well-timed ball. Gets this one over to Choi Wo-yuk. Osman Badji locked down the left. Aristorenas tried to combine down the left also. Cleared off by Macmillan. Now it's Maharlika who will get some momentum on their side. You see De Gracia is calling for it because he is open. That is something they would often execute when he was with Toloy. He even got to score a goal last February 11 in that 3-1 loss. Some people were initially surprised because De Gracia went forward all the way as that fullback. Yusuf Butt trying to fine-tune things with his back line. Not so sure if he mishit that ball actually. Eventually secured, or Park Jae-yeon sent it forward to their liking. Oh, Menzi just missed that one. They give it now to Finn McDaniel. This is what he likes to do. They're trying to chase him from behind. Only hit it though to Kenry Balobo. Great distribution from Kenry, the low volley, and Fahmi Ibrahim takes a hit, runs into a brick wall named Nico Macmillan. That's a warning issued from referee Mick John Pineda. If he does something of a similar, or if he comes up with a similar infraction, and it's highly likely that we are going to see Macmillan with a yellow card. Koichi Belgira gifted it to Harin De Gracia. De Gracia takes a fall. Referee takes no interest there. Placito with an incredible stop. Over to Galiana Trujillo. Sent it to the middle. Nobody there to meet it. And there's Kalen McLeod. Had to slide because Maxon Dorado was getting close. Bachi will secure now. So going back, Nico Macmillan is on a warning. So if he comes up with a similar infraction, he may be on the yellow card list, or he may get himself a yellow card. Speaking of Macmillan, he's getting involved up front, slowly but surely. Vasquez and Galiana Trujillo could not connect, but it's a whistle against Maharlika. Let's look at Coach Neil being the man calling the shots from the technical area. Coach Ernie is present though. Coach Neil, one of the visible figures also in that coaching staff of theirs. He also gets heavily involved with the women's team of Stallion Laguna. Speaking of Stallion's women's team, they are actually going to play in the knockout stages of the AFC Women's Champions League. They had to figure their way all the way from the preliminary stage, which was essentially a qualifier. They played in the group stage proper, and on merit they were able to advance to the knockout stages. The farthest any team has gone from the Philippines. Here's the ball from Finn McDaniel. Couldn't connect with Dorado. It was met well by Park Jae-yeon. McLeod with the clearance. Cho Woyuk did his best to get it, but it will go to the back line of Stallion. This one rattled around, but it was with Kashiwabara, hence he got it to Ibrahim. Cho Woyuk. He'll push here for them. To Aristorenas, the captain. Park Yun-so. Aristorenas. They are passing this one back. They are gaining momentum and confidence. McLeod playing it. Belgira got the stop versus De Gracia. Here's Koichi Belgira once more. Vasquez returned it to him. They give it to Badji. Badji an addition right here in the Christmas winter transfer window. As much as we say this every season, teams sure did beef up during that opportunity to get new players. Aristorenas. Cho. There's the stop by Belgira. He did deny that run forward from Park Jae-yeon. It was a bit loose from Galiana Trujillo. Finn McDaniel will look to press Palobo. Off of Koichi. Dorado, clearly onside here. Has a lot of space. Loses the angle. It comes off a defender. It will be a corner again for Stallion. Most have been going their way in that statistical category. A quarter of an hour into this game. Later on again, we have Juan Taguig and Don Bosco Carelli. They will figure in our main match of the evening. It's a triple header PFL Sunday. And Palobo intercepted that. Here is the low value once more. Execution a little bit off. It would have been fantastic if that found its way to Ibrahim. Here's Yusuf Pat. They look to utilize the extra man at the back. But to Pride. There's a bit of that space in that midfield. Vasquez was not able to exploit it. Koichi Belgira is whistled there for a foul. Played now, Ibrahim got to meet it. His control letting him down. He's aware that he could have done better. They will push. They'll give it to De Gracia. Park Chae-yeon. It was loose to Beaton though. Baji opted to play safe and pulled it back. Some space in the midfield with Placito. Intercepted by Park Eun-so. Somehow it ends up with Vasquez. Can Dorado get this? Has defenders to beat. Shoots right here. Off target. Just before the shot, you could see Henry Palobo with the hand signals telling them to slow it down or calm down. The recent spells went the way of Stallion. It's Maharlika in blue and black. Stallion Laguna in pink and white. Thank you for joining us on the Facebook and YouTube pages of the Philippines Football League. Like, share, and subscribe. Also follow us on TikTok _ we are PFL _. Dorado. Bola down ng Stallion. Now there's Maharlika getting animated in the sideline. You could hear the groans in unison. Bola ng Stallion Laguna. Dorado. 2-on-1. It will remain with them. It is a full calendar year with the men's national team also playing in the qualifier against Tajikistan in March. You also have the women's team who will be playing in the AFC Asian Cup after qualifying last year. You have the ASEAN Hyundai Cup also, which will take place in about August or September. A lot went on also last year. The Philippines took part and hosted the FIFA Futsal Women's World Cup, which took place at the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig. That same women's futsal team also played in the Southeast Asian Games and made it to the semi-finals. We mentioned also the U22 men's national team did play in the Southeast Asian Games and finished 4th. They made it to the knockouts. The women's team, on the other hand, did bag a gold medal in the Southeast Asian Games, winning in penalties in the semis and finals. Macmillan. And to the right. This one by Park Jae-yoon. Maharlika will pass it back. Showing composure with the ball. It's at the feet of Beaton. Gets beaten by the towering Usman Baji. As there's a challenge given from behind. Baji offering to shake hands. Beaton, no response. That was the incident that went on. It's my turn, your turn. Maharlika did get a spell with the ball. Now it will go the way of Stallion. Placito's ball to Kaku, no good. They try to win it back in the midfield. Player down for Maharlika. Stallion will push now. Dorado. He's got Belgira to support. Try to send it to the middle. Galeana Trujillo forces a corner kick there with his probing run. See that Park Hyun-soo is okay to continue. Eventually gets back up. Maybe Dorado just shaking up from that last play. Given their corner kicks, you expect Laguna to have a bit of an advantage, but they are still unable to translate it to the scoreboard. Gakko and Baji, who are inside the goalkeeper area. As is the case with Abe Placito. Shot here from Baji was denied. McLeod defensive header. Denzel Vasquez. Dorado, a bit of the fake. Sends it here. Ken Pride. A bit of the chaos again as we're coming off the corner. Runs out of space. Referee Mick John Pineda says it will be a goal kick. Possession to Maharlika. "24 minutes done and dust. That has been a nip and tuck game. This will be a battle of attrition. But both teams have displayed that ability to play the ball on the ground. As we say that, McLeod had to play it long, given the circumstances. It will return to Stallion. And with our highlight players again, Fahmi Ibrahim, who just flicked it there. 4 goals to his name so far. Here's a looping ball, looking very dangerous. Chowo Yuk was stopped by Usman Baji. Chowo Yuk refuses to give up on the play, but has to escape. Releases it in the nick of time. Got clipped from Naris Torrenas from the looks of it. A Placito was outnumbered there. Stallion able to recover. Maharlika's presence was there from the get-go. Aristorenas to the right. Charlie Beaton. But it's intercepted by Butt, very routine. Beaton with a hard challenge from behind. Is he going to get booked or is he going to get a warning? That is Denzel Vasquez who Beaton floored. It is a warning. Let's have a look once more. Seemed very late there from our initial look. Now Maharlika will have some defending to do. It's just a slight advantage, you could say, for Stallion, given the corners that they did get to pick up. Here's Dorado. The stop by Kashiwabara. Placito. Kalyana Trujillo. Fahmi Ibrahim trying to chase him down. Macmillan. Vasquez. Kalyana Trujillo. Low cross. Going for Finn McDaniel. Damiret wanted to get it to Dorado. It's Ken Pride. The spell carrying on here. It's been my turn, your turn of sorts in this game. McLeod as well just escorts that one and ensures that it goes into the safe hands of Palobo. There's the intention from Maharlika to build up from the back. And Coach Neil, whom we pointed out again. Coach Neil taking on a slightly more active role, but it is Coach Ernie who's calling the shots here. He is present at the Rizal Memorial Stadium, but gets this. It's to Macmillan. Couldn't handle it because the ball was outside of the goalkeeper area when you refer to Yusuf, but McLeod trying to join the attack. It's slipped past Placito. Cleared out by Paji. Got it to Maxon Dorado. Hits the gas. Rushing through on nagmamadali. Gets it back. The shot by Vasquez was blocked. And from what we are seeing, Macmillan has the intention of throwing this long. Let's see if that will eventually be the case. But with our statistics, there's one Kalyana Trujillo who has 10 assists so far in this season. We are roughly at the halfway point as there is a whistle that will go the way of Maharlika. 15 minutes plus additional time remaining right here. No games yesterday in your Philippines Football League, but we have a triple header today. And to add, there's also that match that we mentioned of Valenzuela PB Menjola and Dynamic Herb Cebu. That is over at Cebu City. Possession closed at 52-48. No surprise, given that both teams had their respective chances to build up. It will go left now. It is Stallion in pink and white playing from right to left. Maharlika in blue and black. They are playing from left to right. This is Claro Manzan, your commentator for this game. We are glad that you could join us on this Sunday evening. Baji bringing it forward. Trying to help with playmaking as a center back. Pelgira to Dorado. You like this matchup. Dorado and De Gracia, two technical players. Baji showing confidence with the ball. Also confidence with Aristorenas with how he is putting up the pressure. Placito's pass couldn't connect with a teammate. Park Jae-yeon to Fahmi Ibrahim. He was DNP or did not play in that last game of theirs. You could see he is a bit fresh or a bit more rested compared to his teammates. They will reset at the back. Mike Menzie. Park Yun-so. There's a whistle, of course. This game is a 6-pointer again. Maharlika need the win to stay in the top 6 race. Stallion, Aguilas at 5 and 6 have set 17 points each. And Maharlika right below with 15. Here's a shot taken out from Aristorenas, but it sails over the bar. A win for Maharlika will push them into the top 6. A win for Stallion Laguna will get them a bit of a cushion. The top 6 teams again, after the double round robin, will advance to the championship round, and from there the 6 teams will figure in a single round robin, but results will carry over. So you want to perform well now so that you are favored when it comes to the points. Kaya Wantagig and Cebu do lead the way in when it comes to the standings. There's Coach Ernie and Coach Neil. Expect the table to get shaken up also, given that we have Cebu FC and Valenzuela PB Menjola who are playing simultaneously with this game. Fami played it forward. Off the corner flag, and eventually it becomes a butt goal kick. We did have a quick heavy rain at the Rizal Memorial Stadium in Manila during our warm-up. But the pitch is drying bit by bit. This surface is artificial. Here's Pride trying to play it forward to the right. Kashiwabara to the middle. Placito got to win it. They get it to McDaniel. Shoots but doesn't score. That's one of the shots here from McDaniel. They're looking to utilize to test Balobo. Aristorenas earlier also put up a shot. That was off target. Here's another look at that attempt. Ten minutes remaining until additional time, and then we'll head over to our halftime break. Still time, of course, for a team to sneak one in before they head to their respective dugouts. And here's a foul against Maharlika. They are continuing to be animated. If only you could show, or if we could see the Maharlika technical area on our screens. Well, let's look at the incident. Most of the free kicks have gone the way of Stallion, but there have been opportunities to make a delivery into the goalkeeper box. That ball ricocheted off of Aristorenas. It will eventually bounce and roll. Not a goal kick. It was saved well by the defense. Ibrahim gifted it to Belgira. Dorado. He'll try to utilize this opportunity. A stop once more. That one being celebrated by Maharlika as if they scored a goal. gotta take pride with your defensive stops, as we say, and as we know. Corner after corner, still nothing to show for Stallion Laguna. You could say they have a bit more control in this game relative to Maharlika, but Maharlika have been able to carve out some chances and get the ball forward here and there. Here's Galiana Trujillo going for the back post. Header. He thought it was in from our angle, but that was definitely wide. It still needs getting used to that you have players who are bigger than Mr. Incredible, Abe Placito himself. You've got Gaku and Baji again. Towering players, also recent additions here. Park Kun-soo. Not a case of too much dribbling because he did pave way to this lovely opportunity. Fahmi Ibrahim takes it, but says no. Follow up. It's good here. Charlie Beaton gets the goal. They are celebrating it like they mean it. Is this going to be a repeat of the first round? We're going to find out because it is first blood Maharlika, just like that encounter we were referring to. We were referring to that effort again from Cho Wo-yuk. Not a case of too much dribbling because he created this chance. Ibrahim denied once. Beaton did not want his team to get denied once more. 1-0 here. You gotta love the heart in this play.
Charlie Beaton.
7 minutes remaining until additional time, and you could say that Maharlika are able to sneak in a goal. You say sneak in a goal because momentum was with the way of Stallion in pink and white. Maharlika, the team in blue and black, with the lead. Placito. Beaton with the extracurricular activity, fresh off a goal. Bringing things out there. Welcome to the goal scorers list and yellow card list, Charlie Beaton. That was the incident. Charlie Beaton 1-in-1. 1 goal, 1 yellow card. At the end of the day, this favors Maharlika. Play is being stopped or delayed. And we are closing in on additional time in the first 45. The likes of Stefan Schrock and Patrick Reichelt arriving. They are going to square off with Don Bosco Garelli after this one. Menzi denied that ball into the goalkeeper box. Challenge from behind. Now it's Cho Wo-yuk who is floored. He also set up that opportunity earlier for Ibrahim, which paved the way to the Charlie Beaton rebound. Physicality amping up as expected. But it's 1-0 again, thanks to Charlie Beaton. Cho Wo-yuk shows he is okay. Also uses the opportunity to just slow the game down. But after all, Maharlika can manage this game, given that they hold a slim 1-0 lead. The stop there not enough. There's the Aristorena's beaten combination. Beaten in Aristorenas. Two players who did get to reach the legendary Young Husband brothers once upon a time with Loyola. Here's Vasquez now. Cleared off by Haren de Gracia. Not a foul there. It will be a throw-in. Park Yun-soo doing enough to just slow down the foray of Stallion. Less than 3 minutes remaining right here until additional time. It is 1-0 again thanks to Charlie Beaton. Beaton is also familiar with the Stallion team. Charlie himself had several stints with Stallion, Loyola, and Maharlika, but he has constantly stayed in the league when you refer to getting a PFL roster spot, which is a testament also to his ability. Beaten to De Gracia, as this was sent to Macmillan under pressure from Fahmi Ibrahim. Some holding there from Ibrahim. Macmillan to Denzel Vasquez. Placito, they'll need to see the incredible from him if they want to claw their way back. What's the call on the ground here? Referee says it will go back to Maharlika. So what we are hearing, it seems like we are going to have 2 minutes of additional time right here to conclude the first half. But that will be confirmed later at the half line with our fourth official, Meliton Pelayo. Mike Menzi resumes play from the back. It's a foot race, Beaton versus Belgira. Koichi had to send it to safety. You see Maharlika pushing forward now. Here's a looping ball forward. Torado. Caliana Trujillo's flick was read well by MacLeod. Just that ball winner for them at the back. Quite a promising combination, actually, to have Kalen MacLeod and Mike Menzi. Aristorenas returns it right here to Park Jae-yeon.
2 minutes of additional time.
There you go, 2 minutes as confirmed by Meliton Pelayo and our stadium announcer, David Yumo. They're just trying to see this one through. Challenge being mounted to Paji. Caliana Trio having to do defending too. Vasquez and Park have some holding on there to each other. Ibrahim wants this on the left. This ball is eventually collected by Ken Pride. Long ball here. Just went to the vicinity of Mike Menzi. Here's the press from McDaniel and Torado. They're trying to force a mistake. This one is awkwardly off the head of De Gracia. Kaku wins it with his towering presence. Caliana Trujillo. He's taking on Kashiwabara. And Maharlika get the job done there as a team. About 30 seconds remaining now until we hit the 2-minute mark. We may have 1 to 2 spells of possession right here. Palobo unable to take that one in an ideal manner. Badji holding on to what appears to be his ankle. We may witness the last few kicks here in the first half. Sent forward now by Usman Badji. Belguera to Torado. De Gracia, he has been superb in this game. Quite a pickup for Maharlika. There's the support also from Charlie Beaton. It becomes a yellow. Try to push his luck and get a call in their favor, but it goes to Aristorenas. Ibrahim swapped wings. There you go. First 45 done and dusted. Maharlika with a 1-0 lead thanks to Charlie Beaton. Finn McDaniel and his crew have some work to do. Let's see how both teams will be able to adjust coming out of the halftime break.
Of 1-0 in favor of Maharlika FC.
Halftime at the Rizal Memorial Stadium in Maharlika with a 1-0 lead courtesy of Charlie Beaton. Stunner or not, of course, let the talking begin. And at that point in time, Stallion did have momentum, but when you look at the first half as a whole, it was back and forth. Stallion getting chances here, Maharlika getting chances there. But you could say quality mainly went the way here of Stallion Laguna, but at the end of the day, both sides essentially were not able to put any shots on target to test their respective or opposing goalkeepers. You could say there were some shots, but they were definitely lacking when it comes to power and placement. There's one of the chances of Finn McDaniel that eventually went off target. There's also that opportunity where Osman Badji was not able to capitalize. And here was Chobo Yuk, dribbling expedition, getting it to Fahmi Ibrahim. And eventually Charlie Beaton sent it home. Fantastic here from Beaton. That means the world to him. And that absolutely meant a lot to Maharlika. They're out to snap their 3-game losing skid. And with these statistics, of course, you could say it's fairly even, but there is this one aspect that stands out. Corners 4-0 in favor of Stallion. We are also emphasizing over the course of the game that they were not able to capitalize on these. Most free kicks also went the way of Laguna, but Maharlika, on the other hand, got some promising spells to build up and just break down the opposing defense. But they eventually got things against the run of play on a counter-attack. With that, let's see how it will develop. And to add to his goal, Charlie Beaton with the lone yellow card of the game. He'll have to be careful, of course. Both teams now with their final huddles over close to the midfield. We are expecting changes for Stallion. And we are going to confirm if Maharlika have changes later on also. But for the moment, it's just changes for Stallion Laguna. But these will be made official not when these two gentlemen make it to the pitch, but when the whistle is blown for second half kickoff. Fahmi Ibrahim, our player to look out for when you refer to Maharlika. According to the records online, 4 goals for him so far. He did not score earlier, but his shot that was denied eventually paved way to the Charlie Beaton rebound.
Anong aperture mo?
Ivanovsky and Kevin Ibenemokata make their way to the pitch. So the players stepping off for them are Magson Dorado and Juan Galeano Trujillo. Thank you for keeping us company, of course, on this Sunday
Kaya hindi ako
evening.
sanay. Kasi
It's your
sanay
Philippines
ako sa phone.
Football League 25-26 action. Use the hashtag WeArePFL while you are at it. Also give us a follow. _WeArePFL_ on TikTok. This is Caramanzan, your commentator for this game.
Was replaced by player number 45, Kevin Ebenemokoka.
Choi Wo-yuk is the danger man who set up that opportunity earlier, which led to a Maharlika goal. De Gracia gifted it to Placito. Here comes Ebenemokata. He'll try to shake things up from the wing. Gets it in. Ivanovsky on the other side. The subs connecting. McDaniel seemed to be off target, but Balobo just secured it to be sure. Later on again, Juan Taguig and Don Bosco Carelli will square off in our main match of the day. Ken Pride just able to clear it in the nick of time. Over to Belgira after Gaku is able to secure that ball from Vasquez. Ebenemokata, Placito. They tried to go for the give and go or the 1-2-1. And your eyes do not deceive you. Kevin Ebenemokata with his giant or hefty frame playing in the wing position. They tried to go for Placito, came close. Last-ditch defending from Mike Menzi. You're always going to get that, of course, with a Menzi. Here's the Ivanovsky cross. He celebrated his birthday just last Wednesday. Smiles there from the staff of Mike Menzi. Corner once more. In that last game, you witnessed or you saw Stallion play catch-up, but Maharlika would eventually keep them at bay or just continue to stay ahead and bag valuable goals here and there. It was 1-1 at a certain point, and it eventually became 3-1 for Maharlika. The first 15 minutes again will be that barometer. That is the most critical time. Who will execute their halftime adjustments to perfection? That's really how things work right here. As much as we say it at every game. This one was played to no avail. That's why Butt will resume it. And from our last check over at Cebu, the Gentle Giants are up 4-0 versus Valenzuela PB Menjola. With Cebu playing their games at the Rizal Memorial Stadium for the first round, they are hosting their second round games. That has been the case for the past few seasons already. And a whistle. It's against the team in blue and black, Maharlika FC. That's Usman Baji who was down. If only we could mic up these players, of course. Usman Baji, not a happy customer there. Here we go, Stallion in pink and white. They're playing from left to right with possession. That was intercepted by Park Kun-soo. Maharlika in blue and black. Eventually Maharlika falter because of the Stallion press. again, Laguna need the performance to show for the effort. This is a 6-pointer, as we've mentioned. The winner will add 3 points to their tally, and they will deny the 3 points to their opponents. When you look at our standings, Stallion in number 5 with 17 points. Maharlika, 2 points adrift at number 7. Stallion get the win, and they get to inch closer to the top 4. Maharlika get the win. They will leapfrog Stallion and Aguilas and will take number 5 with 18 points. It's about finishing in the top 6 again after the double round robin. After that, we will split the league into 2. It's also the breakout format, as it is called. Here they come again, and it is batted away by Butt. Denied the shot from Cho Woo-Yok. And Cho was instrumental again in that opportunity that paved way to the Charlie Beaton goal. Here was Butt, and that came off of his chest. It's with Ibrahim. Returns it to Beaton. Ivanovsky got to poke it out. There was a call here from our assistant referee. It's with Baji. Long ball. Kevin Ibene Mokata. Low center of gravity. Working wonders there for him. Belgira. Back to Ibene Mokata. Yosteki on Haren de Gracia. Denied by Kashiwabara. There's the press once more. Palobo sends it long. Possession is given away. Maharlika can afford to just hold the fort and hang on. They have this 1-0 lead that they could bank on. Sometimes a 1-0 lead or a 1-goal lead is enough. Sometimes it's not. Ibene Mokata slicing it in the middle and eventually sends this one out and about. Will he be the impact sub that they are looking for? We will find out. On the other wing, he could mount the same question to Papi Ivanovsky, the Argentinian. That came off of Vasquez. It's with Ivanovsky. Cutting inside. They're putting the clamps on him. Maharlika wanted offside here. No call. Ivanovsky from Placito. Mr. Incredible gets in. Not a foul here. A bit of the finger wag from referee Mick John Pineda. Henry Palobo is down and shaken up. Let's take a look. There were pleas from Stallion for a penalty here. Let's also recall that in about the 3rd play of the game in the first half, Maharlika also had calls for a penalty. But play is stopped for a moment as Palobo is receiving treatment. Coach Neil in the technical area of Stallion. Also supporting Coach Ernie's efforts. Coach Neil has also been a deputy for some time. No surprise that he is helping out. We also have a sub waiting in the wings for Maharlika. That is going to be the first change here for them. Ivan Owano is expected to enter for Charlie Beaton, our goal scorer. Interesting that they are removing him, or they are going to remove him. So they'll have to wait until the next dead ball here for Owano to enter. This will only be the first change of Maharlika. Stallion did make 2 subs already coming out of the halftime break. But Henry Balobo just happy to manage the game here. It's 1-0 again, thanks to the goal of Charlie Beaton. Bit of the slide there from Balobo. Let's remember again, we did have a quick but hard rain during the warm-ups. Gaku will get it to a Benemokata on the left. He'll try to take on Harin Di Gracia. The fall once more there. Park Jae-yeon, 2 players on him, desperate to keep it. Vasquez trying to win it their way, but it will stay here with Park. There's the change we were anticipating, as we mentioned earlier. It is Owano in for Beaton, our goal scorer. But Owano, an attacking player, you see the intent here of Maharlika to get that insurance goal. Here's Ibrahim, long ball over the top to the fresh legs of Owano. They'll look to challenge Usman Badji. There's a whistle here against Maharlika, played on quickly now. It's with Gaku. Vasquez to Macmillan. Placitos tried to make a run for it. Mike Menzi got the clearance. But will reorganize. Long ball once more. Things being played to Maharlika's liking. It's with Chobo Yuk. Kashiwabara. Over to Ivanovsky, playing it through to Finn McDaniel. Flag stays down. No angle for Finn. Tried to take it, but a superb slide. Well timed from McLeod. Here's a look again. It's a corner kick for the team in pink and white. Here's a player down on the pitch, Fahmi Ibrahim. We can speculate that he tried to make the most out of that one. He gets a warning from Mick John Pineda. And going back again to the sub, or the call to sub of Charlie Beaton, he's on a yellow card. So that could be the reason why he is taken off. But this shot just grazed the outside of the net, so it was off target. We are expecting another set of changes for Maharlika. Here's a look at his left-footed shot from Usman Badji. "30 minutes remaining, plus additional time for Stallion to get an equalizer, or for Maharlika to hold on at the least. Or will Maharlika get that cushion? They had the intention to shoot that from the looks of it. Cho Wo-yuk put his body on the line. Belgira back to Isagaku. Back to Koichi. They force him to play it back. They'll try to stretch the opposing defense. Maharlika keen on staying compact. Denzel Vasquez. Ken Pride slid it over here to Usman Badji. Over to Ivanovsky. Was able to keep it in, but yielded possession. Ibrahim in a tight space. Cleared this one here. Interesting from the Maharlika bench, throwing that into the way of the pitch to delay the Macmillan throw in, which he may take long. There's the throw in. Benemokata couldn't get to it. Owano was in his way. Got the job done. Less than 30 minutes remaining here. That is in normal time or regulation. Maharlika looking to change it up now. They played their goal kicks short earlier. Now they are going to play it long with Palobo. Kept in by De Gracia. Ibrahim to chase. Owano. That was into the bottom corner, but secured by Bud. Here's Macmillan. They're trying to pounce in transition, playing it through. Placito collected the ball here of Menzi. Chased down by Kashiwabara. It ends up only with Macmillan though. Placito surrounded. Ivanovsky. The cross. McLeod couldn't meet it, but Maharlika get to escape this one. So far, so good if you are Maharlika, thanks to the goal of Charlie Beaton. Beaton again also racked up a yellow after scoring his goal. So he was subbed off in the 57th minute, more or less. Here comes Cho Wo-yuk inside, but says no. That's a stop that Stallion desperately needed. But they need more attacking if they want to get back into this one. Here's a double change waiting in the wings also. Kim Jan and Kim Jin Yon are the players pictured. Here's Yuya Kashiwabara. Here's the corner kick. They go for the back post. Put into the middle by Menzi. Quite an effort. Shot from distance. Just came off of a Benemokata. De Gracia put it back into the mix. It's out of play. It will remain with Fami Ibrahim and Maharlika. Here's the double change that we were anticipating. Cho Wo-yuk, one of the players who will step off.
Substitutions for Maharlika FC. Player number 7, Fahim Ibrahim.
Fami Ibrahim will also step off here. So the players entering again are Kim Jian and Kim Jin Yon. Stepping off are Fami Ibrahim and Cho Wo-yuk. That's the second substitution opportunity utilized by Maharlika. Earlier, Charlie Beaton stepped off for Ivan Owano. over at Cebu. We got to confirm that the Gentle Giants bagged a 5-0 victory over Valenzuela PB Menjola. Play on, according to our referee. Intercepted here. It was poked away. Chested by Placito. The touch unideal. Maharlika persisting on the right, but as we say that, it will return Stallion's way. Chaos in the middle. And we have a yellow that is going to be issued. It's given to Macmillan. He received a warning also earlier, let's remember.
Substitution for Stallion Laguna. Player number 22, Koichi Belgira, is replaced by player number 27, Aaron Vasquez.
Aaron Vasquez will enter for Koichi Belgira. So you have the Vasquezes on the pitch together. Confirmation again, and the yellow issued to Nico Macmillan. It's a corner for Maharlika. They've been able to rack up a number of these in the second half. Corners 4-0 against Maharlika after the first 45. Here they come now. Punched up by the keeper, but he was hit. That is why there's a foul. And a yellow issued. We'll try to confirm if that's to Mike Mensger, Kalen McLeod. Confirmed that card is issued to Mike Menzi. "22 minutes and change remaining here for Maharlika to hold on, or for Stallion to mount a response." Macmillan, he's playing on a yellow. They swapped wings since Kevin Benimokata is on the right. It's going to be a corner again, but Laguna haven't really had any luck from there. They are going to change things up now. It is Benimokata who will take this. Caliana Trujillo take corners earlier again, but he was subbed off. This one overhit. It's still in the mix. Off of Placito. Ken Pride appears to take a hit, as is the case with Kenry Balobo. There's the hit between Pride and Balobo. Play still stopped for the moment, but Lobo will be getting some assistance from their team physiotherapist. It's still 1-0 again, thanks to the first half strike of Charlie Beaton, but he was subbed off. Beaton also racked up a yellow, so we could speculate that was also the reason why he was subbed off in this game. But time continues to tick again here. It is so far so good for Maharlika. They want to sweep their season series or regular season series against Stallion. It was a 3-1 W again for Maharlika over Stallion Laguna. But Maharlika also out to end their 3-game losing streak. Still no wins here for Maharlika in the new year. Stallion, on the other hand, only playing their 2nd game in this new calendar year. It's with Bud. Able to get it forward despite of the probing runs. Headed by Owano. They'll try to test the craftiness here of Kim Jin-yeon, or they'll look to utilize that. Ends up on the other side. Owano is also down on the pitch. He may have taken a knock also, or a hit. He was actually subbed in for Charlie Beaton. That was about 15 minutes ago. He's eventually back on his feet. But Owano down once more on the left side of the camera. Up 1-0, the team in the lead will look to take time off the clock. From my count, Maharlika actually have one more window or one more opportunity to make a substitution. You're seeing movement in their technical area. From the way things are looking, they are going to sub off Owano. He is limping. It's over to Ivanovsky now. De Gracia up to the task, of course, with his technical ability. Placito has to pull back because of traffic. Whips it across. Ebene Mokata to the center, off of McLeod. He has been superb in this game. From what we are also seeing, King Miyagi is going to enter for Owano. We will just wait for confirmation, of course.
Come on, Ricky!
Over on the other side with Stallion Laguna. Ricky Sendra is making his way also to the 4th official stable. Over to Vasquez. Aaron, to be precise. You love what Stallion Laguna actually did in their social media pages. Then they put the nicknames of their players. So the Vasquezes are called Vasquez 1 and 2. We will double check, of course, who's assigned what number. So Denzel Vasquez, the number 24 jersey, is Vasquez 2. And with that, of course, we can confirm that Aaron Vasquez is Vasquez 1. The Vasquezes are Filipino-Canadian. So other than the change with King Miyagi stepping in, Nicolas Ferrer Jr. will also join him.
Substitution for
It's Ferrer for Mike Menzies. It's King Miyagi for Ivan Owano. We also have Ricky Sendra coming on.
Number 17, Ivan Owano is replaced
Confirmation, of course, on your screen again. Who's stepping in?
Substitution for Stallion Laguna. Player number 5, Isa Gaku.
Here's the Finn McDaniel corner. It rattled around. Ricky Sendra's shot stopped at the goal line easily by Di Gracia. So the player who stepped off for Ricky Sendra is Isa Gaku. That's one foreigner in, one foreigner out. After quite a spell, it will go the way of Stallion. Oh, this appeared to be mishit by Yuya Kashiwabara. Maharlika grinding it out now in their bid to preserve this lead. You could argue that they make it look easy. Here's the long throw from Macmillan. We've witnessed a number of those. Off of McLeod, couldn't get some distance. Here's Placito. Came off a defender. Ken Pride will hit it to the right. Macmillan tried to blow by his man. Counter-attack time we go now. It's with King Miyagi. He's blowing past. Is there a whistle here? None from our referee. End to end we go. Take a look again at that play being discussed. Both sides had pleas for penalties again. None of them given. You be the judge. Interesting words from Coach Moon Hong. As here's the Ebeni Mocato ball. It's McLeod once more. Flag raised from our assistant referee. Ebeni Mocata is fouled. Referee Mick John Pineda is making his way now to the Maharlika coach. A yellow issued here. At the end of the day, Maharlika are also icing momentum of Stallion. There's a look again at what led to the yellow card. That is correct. It is a free kick and not a corner kick. Maharlika again. So far so good. They've been able to hold on. Stallion searching and searching. They even had the initiative in terms of momentum in hopes of seeking the breakthrough goal. It's with but now. They will look to advance quickly. Flag stays down here, but it is comfortably into the goalkeeper area of Kenry Balobo. Earlier today again, Kaya FC Iloilo, the defending champs, did bag a 9-1 victory over Toloy FC. And this is our second match of the day. It's a Sunday triple header. Later we have Juan Taguig and Don Bosco Garelli. They will figure in our main event of this weekend. Over at Cebu, the home side, the Gentle Giants, bagged a 5-0 victory over Valenzuela PB Menjola. Now the flag is raised for Ivanovsky on the other side. Time continues to tick here. This will seem like an eternity for Maharlika. This seems like a quick sprint if you are Stallion. It's still 1-0 again. Charlie Beaton, the lone goal scorer in this match. Macmillan got to secure. King Miyagi was able to deflect that long ball. Ebene Mokata. It rolls out. It will go the way of Kashiwabara. But you don't say Maharlika are on the verge of an upset, because they did bag that win over Stallion in the first round. McLeod headed it. Ken Pride to Ricky Sendra. The Argentinian connection here. It's denied by Nicolas Ferrer Jr. Long ball over the top from McLeod. Given the momentum, of course, they will take that. They are getting the ball to safety. Cleared off to the half line by De Gracia. That may have come off Placito. De Gracia once more, only put some height on the ball. Ebene Mokata, though, gets it comfortably to Kenry Balobo. Fen McDaniel forcing him to pick that one up to avoid any time wasting. Time on the side of Maharlika. Time not on the side of Stallion. They split the defense here. Next with Kim Jian. Plenty of East Asian influence in this Maharlika team. It's assumed by Butt, the Pakistani international. Sendra winning it against Aristorenas. Ricky Sendra gets it to Ebene Mokata. Harin De Gracia is in the way there and does well, but it's a corner kick. But you just see Maharlika, of course, in tune defensively. They've been able to stop corner after corner, wave after wave. Jorel Aristorenas getting himself stretched out. He is 7 minutes away, more or less, from playing the full 90. Our referee, having none of it, tells Aristorenas to get up. Here's a change. Dean Mountney is going to enter for a Placito.
Substitution for Stallion Laguna. Player number 32, a Placito.
Mountney will give them that push that they desperately need in the midfield. Here's the outswinger, a corner from McDaniel. Came off of Ken Pride, but definitely off target. It's at the feet of Balobo. Oh, it's sent to the side though here by Kenry. They would have liked to get that ball as far as possible into the opposing goalkeeper box, without a doubt. It's Macmillan. Stallion throwing numbers forward. Maharlika staying compact, staying disciplined. Cleared up by De Gracia, but has turned into the sweeper keeper here for them. 5 minutes plus additional time. Follow us on TikTok while you are at it, _WeArePFL_. You are also catching this game on our Facebook and YouTube pages. Sports Stripe is also the official match ball of the Philippines Football League. It's with Ivanovsky now, laid it off. McDaniel, wide though here. As we mentioned again, Maharlika are going to move up to 5th spot with 18 points if they hold on. Aguilas actually will move down to 7th, but do have matches on hand again. This is a heavy touch from Denzel Vasquez. He knew about that heavy touch from the get-go. Charlie Beaton again is the lone goal scorer here in this match. He was subbed off earlier in the early stages of the second 45. King Miyagi appeared to get clipped. And it's with Usman Baji. And now Miyagi gets whistled for a foul. Corner given up there with Maharlika running out of space on the left wing. Will this be the breakthrough, or will Maharlika continue to work their magic on defense? Referee once more says it is Stallion ball, a corner now on the other side, closer to the broadcast camera, or closer to the grandstand. It's been a close game from start to finish. Both sides were exchanging blows in the first half too. Here's the goal there, the equalizer. It's Kevin Benemukata. One all here. Off camera though, he sees Sandra hitting the ball out of Kenry Palobo's hands. There's the equalizer. Here's the corner from Finn McDaniel. Book the assist to him, book the goal to Kevin Ebene Mokata. Searching and searching. They deployed him off the bench. He gets them that needed goal. Maharlika's game plan now in shambles. They look to unleash things from the get-go. But with the goal, of course, momentum the way with Stallion, the team in pink and white. It's a Benemukata once more. Steps on the brakes. Laid it off. Papi Ivanovsky. Ricky Sandra was late to it because Park Jae-yeon was there to the rescue. Played this one forward. Lost by Kim Jin-yeon for a moment, but it's a foul. And a yellow that is issued to Usman Baji. It's with Aristorenas, but we spoke too soon. McDaniel down to help out. Ricky Sandra now will push again. They're going for the Argentinian connection on the left. Ivanovsky versus Kalen McLeod. Nonetheless, McLeod has been superb in this game. That play tells us exactly why. 10 seconds until additional time. Seven minutes as confirmed by fourth official Meliton Pelayo. That is an eternity for either side. The script now just flips because we are on level terms. So Kevin Ibenemokato's goal just canceled out Charlie Beaton's breakthrough goal earlier. Here comes Ivanovsky taking on McLeod. Ricky Sendra again. It's with Aaron Vasquez. Gets to secure the ball. Facing resistance from Ferrer. Ferrer, one of the toughest defenders again. It's Ibenemokata, heavy touch. And it's that touch letting him down here. And to put things into perspective, a draw will help neither squad here. It will actually favor Aguilas Yumac, who are on bye or on rest this weekend. So should this game end 1-1, Laguna or Stallion will elevate to 18 points. Maharlika will move up to 16. Aguilas stationary at 17. That's how you sort out numbers 5, 6, and 7. Flag raised here though for King Miyagi. So they are playing this one, or we are going back because there's a foul actually. So there is a foul here right before that offside call. It's up to Harin Di Gracia now. Sends it in with his right. And just goes into the gloves of Butt. Now Stallion will roll the dice. But Ivanovsky couldn't get this one to Ricky Sendra. Lovely display here on the right now for Maharlika. Will they sneak in a goal at the death? Or will it be Stallion? Maharlika again had to hold on for most of this game. Kim Jan still doesn't cross, cuts inside. Couldn't connect with Miyagi. Kashiwabara refusing to give up on the play, but it ends up with Nico Macmillan. Over to Stallion's goal scorer in Kevin Ibenemokata. He's taking on the captain, Jorel Aristorenas. It's with Denzel Vasquez. Ricky Sendra gets tangled up with Park Jae-yeon. And Ken Pride gives a playoff foul here. Pushing, shoving, holding, hence the whistle here. Time continues to tick again. Will we see a game winner? Or will this end as a draw again? We mentioned again, should this end 1-1, this will help neither. Ivanovsky to Sendra. Over to the left now. There's also Mountney in the middle. McDaniel. Trying to get this into Mountney. Took a touch. It was 1-3. Numbers did not favor him. Aristorenas wasn't able to flick this one to his teammate Kim Jian. Maharlika yield the throw in. About 2 minutes remaining. It's with Aaron Vasquez, Ivanovsky. The 1-2-1. Papi floats it. Stopped by Kashiwabara. It's still in the danger area though. But it's a whistle against McDaniel. A handshake there with Park Jae-yeon, real quick of course. Park Jae-young shaken up and needed some cold spray. It's a whistle going the way of Maharlika. Kim Jin-yeon sends it forward off of Ken Pride. A bit of the awkward bounce, but it was sent forward by Aaron Vasquez. Ping-ponging now. 20 seconds remaining until we hit the 7th minute. McDaniel to Sendra. Benny Mokata. His run not enough. Park Jae-yeon. His positioning did enough as Palobo clears it. Benny Mokata. It's a McMillan throw-in. Will this be the last play of the game? We are going to find out. Both sides, of course, treating this one like the last play. Sendra flicked it. It's with McDaniel in a tight spot. Benny Mokata off his head. It's going to end up, I was going to say with Ferrer, but it's a whistle against Mountney. And it ends on level terms. Just how we started. Charlie Beaton's goal again for Maharlika was cancelled out by the goal of Kevin Benny Mokata.
Stallion Laguna FC 1 and Maharlika 1.
We're close to grinding this out and getting a 1-0 victory. And the perspective of Stallion, its damage control as they share the points. But the draw again will help neither. When you look at the standings, this helps Aguilas UMAC, who sit in number 6. This actually helps the top 4 in Kaya, Wantagig, Cebu, and Digger. Because top 4 we mentioned are able to retain that cushion. 1-1 again is the score. Benny Mokata and Beaton, your goal scorers. And we'll sign off right here. But we are going to take it to the pitch for our interview also in a bit.
FC and Don Bosco Garelli United.
tough battle here today, and it ended in a draw. What are your thoughts on the game?
To be honest, it's a very disappointing one. I thought we battled really hard, and it's frustrating. Another set piece. I feel like it's 2 points lost, but yeah, we go again.
What do you think went well, and what went right given the result?
I feel like we all battled hard, but I think situations like the goal, we just switched off. Maybe lack of concentration. I think last couple of weeks, it's been the same. It's just switching off in moments, and I think that's what made us lose the points, but yeah, we can work on it, we keep going.
Lastly, do you have any message for your fans?
Thank you for watching and keep supporting. Thank you.